Okay, well, I don't know why it didn't work, but so I'm gonna is there a way that I can share this? I'm gonna share this to Facebook. Hold on. Right on. Frustrating. Just wait. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Maybe I will delete that other one because I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's just a me thing where I can't figure it out or it's just a faulty thing. I don't know, but I'm here now. um I tried to plan ahead, but that didn't end up working this time again. I'll figure it out one of these days, hopefully. Hopefully. Um so I was trying to do a different angle today, but I don't think that this is the way I'd like to go. Let me see if this janky setup. Let's see if this is it's a little bit better, I guess. So the title of my other video that I had was what was it again? I wrote it down. Why you can't accept me. I wrote stuff down because I know that my mind can go like a mile a minute and get super distracted and off tangent very easily. Um, so something that I have been struggling with slash like trying to figure out and work through is helping others understand who I am. And yes, there's part of me that's like, I shouldn't have to, or like, it's not my job to, but I'm here. Like, I would like to think of myself as someone to help educate other people about the LGBTQ plus community, the gender non-conforming community. However, I am still learning about what everything means. That doesn't. This is a thing. When people hear me say that, or not even me, but when people hear other people say that, they think, "Oh, this is a new concept. This is like being non-binary, being transgender, or being gay or queer is something that's new and it wasn't here before." That's not true. We've always been here. There have just been, it's just the way that we can identify ourselves and express ourselves has been super limited and snuffed out, as well as kicked out of society. Um, However, now in our this day and age, we are slowly but surely creating more awareness and being able to describe and explain who we are as people. Because back then well, like I told you, we weren't able to. So there was no awareness of it. Um, I am doing everything I can to learn more about myself and to be even a better ally for myself and other people within the community and whatnot. How we do that uh, is limited, sadly. A lot of places in the world, majority of places in the world, do not have like, or at least as far as my knowledge goes, we do not have the type of education to well, like the education to teach people, younger children, etc., about gender identity, about being queer, being gay, being bi, like all the in between, everything. And there's a whole discussion about when is it too early, when is it too late, and that becomes a huge political debate as well. Like the whole uh, like stuff going around, like the "Don't Say Gay" bill, and the whole not understanding what it fully means because it's so vague and yada yada yada. That's happening in the U.S., I believe. It's just, but that's like everywhere, whether it's made into a law or a bill or not. People everywhere are still trying to limit, especially in the educational system, limit what children and teenagers hear about the LGBTQ community, about the gender nonconforming community, about the transgender community, about minorities. And that's just wrong. I know things take time. I know things, be a scroll watch out today. Students in Virginia pressed a new law targeting queer kids. Yeah, see, it's like we think we've come so far, and then stuff like that is happening still. Obviously, like there are good things that have been happening. However, since um we how do I explain this? I was actually really nervous to talk about all this stuff because of not feeling like I'm able to articulate myself very well about this knowledge and what have you. Um, okay, just give me a sec. Just having a little bit of anxiety. When I say that there's still stuff like the "Don't Say Gay" bill, there's like a new law targeting queer kids, like all these things are still happening. I'm not trying to be like pessimistic. I'm just trying to help people become aware that there's still a fight to be fought. There's still, we are still fighting to just be here and to just be queer. I know that's probably a slogan somewhere, but to think that we have to fight for our right to exist, and this happens all the time, every day, for individuals who are minorities. So I can't say I fully understand because I am white. However, like being within the LGBTQ community and having like certain comments made by people directed to me and said to me, like just a lot of comments where you can tell that people just don't understand. And when people don't understand, a lot of people are afraid, like they get scared. It's uncomfortable. When I don't understand, I get uncomfortable. So, not having education, not ha- having enough awareness and accessible knowledge for individuals who don't understand, who aren't in the community, or even just like me, who like hid who I was, like even unconsciously for decades of my life. Not having that promotes more fear, like in consequence. The consequence of that is fear and uncomfortability. And sometimes when people don't understand, it's like there's that tendency to not to I want to say procrastinate, but for lack of a better word, but procrastinate and not try to educate themselves. Like I, by all means, if you ever have a question about gender identity, LGBTQ community, etc., like I will do everything in my power to answer. However, I don't have all the answers, and to expect people within the community to have all the answers is unrealistic as well. Um, Yet at the same time, I know it's kind of confusing. I don't want to discourage people to ask questions. Um, like I said, I am aware of the lack of resources that we have today. Obviously, we have a few and whatnot, but I wasn't really aware of all these, like, any resources until I started university, to be honest. Um, I've tried looking from time to time. There are Facebook groups, obviously, and like groups within communities, but to be able to find those, for me anyway, was has been quite difficult, and I haven't been able to, like this, like, I am part of a LGBTQ plus community at McEwen University, but this is the first time I've ever felt like was integrated, like physically into a group like that. And I think we just need more of it. Do I have solutions yet? No. Um, do I have enough knowledge to, like, am I an expert in this field? No. But I'm here and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to be a better ally for others and myself. To be a good ally is to just have that openness and willingness to learn and listen, um, to not accuse, to be empathetic with the individuals you're talking to, because, like, there are some questions that can, like, you're talking about somebody's identity and who they are as a person. So obviously questions will be personal, but to maybe, like, and I say this time and time again, but preface, like, how you're going to say these things, like, make sure people are aware that you're going to be asking personal questions, or yeah. um what was I so I'm looking at my notes because I want to see if I touched on a lot of things or not a lot. um Something, like, specific that I've dealt with is people thinking that me being gay is a choice, that it's something that I just woke up one day when I was, like, I think it was, like, when I was 28, almost 2 years ago now, when I was 28, and I was like, I'm deciding not to be straight. Mm. It's not like that. Um, it's different for everybody in terms of, like, when people come out, if people decide to come out, but I was born this way. My like, I'll probably go into more detail about my personal story in another live, but I grew up in a very toxic, abusive household with an abusive person, and through my childhood, I there was just so much trauma, and since there was so much trauma and I wasn't really in a space where I could go through it for a long time, everything that I was got pushed further and further down. Actions, when I look back, like, are clear clear signs that I'm not straight, but I never let myself be who I was, who I am, because I had so much stuff I had to go through first. Um, and it's hard not to beat myself up when I feel like I wish I came out earlier, but at the same time, I feel like it was the perfect time. But since I've come out so late, uh, several people have said, "I'll love you no matter who you choose to be or what you choose to be." And I like, I'm not trying to say you have to walk on eggshells around everybody and whatnot, but for me, it triggers me to an extent because, like, the only choice I made was to openly tell people who I am. Being gay, being queer, being non-binary, being gender nonconforming is who I am, and I've just decided to express that to you. I just decided to tell you because, 1, I'm trying to help others learn about the LGBTQ plus community, etc. 2, I felt like I wanted, like, obviously I wanted to be seen in terms of who I really am instead of who everybody else has always seen me to be. Um, I do understand why people might say, like, it's a choice or imply that it's a choice because you were a version I was a version of myself that they just, like, they saw only a version of me, so they assumed what they saw and how I presented myself. So don't wanna be angry about people saying that, but I really want to help others understand that being gay, being queer, being gender nonconforming, being being transgender, sorry, I was, like, trying to make sure I'm doing all the list, is who you are. And coming out is a way of expressing, like, "Hey, I am learning to accept who I am, and I wanna share that with you." So, yeah. I just finished my workout, so I'm a little little nervous. I need to go now. However, I'm sorry I didn't do this on Monday, but whatever, I did it today, and I will try to figure out why when I plan this ahead of time, for some reason, can't start the live properly, so until then, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Obviously, if there are moments where you feel it's not awesome, it happens. Um, Talk to someone you love, surround yourself with people who love you, want to understand you, accept you for who you are. You'd always reach out to me. I am busy with school and whatnot. I do my best to, um, what's the word? Respond. We all need people in our lives. I am highly introverted, but I even recognize that I need people in my life. And yeah, so much love. Thanks, Harmony, for watching my live and being on this journey with me. You are such an inspiration to me, and I'm so happy to have somewhat seen your journey in a way. And yeah, so much love, everybody, whoever watches this. Sometimes I feel silly being on here, but I'm not going to be negative. I hate saying goodbye. I'm so bad at it. So bye.